Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, or just good afternoon from whatever part of the world you come from. We are coming here with an expedition race partnered here with Async Amethyst, as well as just more of so hosted by Async Amethyst himself and Amethyst Creations. I'm your commentator, Xtel, from the IURA, as well as the co-director of the IURA, and I'm joined up here with Async Amethyst. Async, how are you doing today?
Well, I'm doing all right. Very excited to get going with this. Something that's been in the works for a while, and I'm really excited, and especially excited to see how everyone's training's paid off. Seeing everyone come from the start and how far they've come really for this has been probably the best part.
Exactly. We have lots of great stuff to be moving forward through today, especially with additions of 2 races lined up today, which will be the Amethyst Oaks and the Amethyst Grand Derby, both of which had to be in qualifying sessions, and you had to be there for qualifying. They qualify for those times. For the Amethyst Grand Derby, those who did not qualify and failed to reach top enough times got put into the Amethyst Oaks. We have 5 racers today, supposed to be 6, but 1 was scratched because they have a job. Where's Blue? I don't know where Blue's at. I'm also joined here today with the help of the stewards of Blue Broke, as well as Butter Can Fly, and then of course going up here up in the box we have Firefly, Cairo, and as well as Vay. So moving on with the Amethyst Oaks, running down, because I know Async, you of course had many things in the planned for okay, hold on, let me think. So what will people win in this race? What is the main cause of the Amethyst Oaks?
Well, the Oaks is meant to be, I wanted to make sure it was something that people still aspired to do well with and felt proud for being able to participate. So everyone who finishes in here will get recognized in the avatar world itself, as well as everyone in the Discord post-archiving will have their own role recognizing it. Top 3 finishers are going to get a special recognition in the world with pictures with podiums on there. And then there will be certain plaques based on your finishing. 3rd place gets a bronze, 2nd place gets a silver, as well as a free priority avatar request, and 1st place gets a gold plaque in the world, a small pick-upable statue in the world commemorating the finish, as well as a free avatar request and a $10 prize.
Very cool. It's going to be very nice, especially with just, how they'll perform, because of course many of these runners that you'll see, of course, been introduced to the system and whatnot, so it's definitely going to be, something for sure. Now let's move over to the paddock, shall we, for just the racers who are going to be taking part today. Gate, and I want to hear your opinion, Async, because there's only 5 runners lined up today. So, gate number 24, Sour Savage.
We got gate 25. I'm talking stupidly. Sour definitely showing up towards the end. I hadn't seen much practice from them, only really the qualifying laps, but I'll be interested in seeing how they can hold in competition since I haven't really seen them against others.
Yeah, it'll definitely be great for them. Gate 25, Bidu Barbosa.
Vito's definitely been someone who's been improving across the qualifying sessions. They've gotten gradually more competitive with that. So I'm really interested to see how they'll run here. I know during the last chance, they were more competitive than how they were in qualifying laps. So I'm hoping that it's going to be even tighter this time.
Next, let's see. Gate number 26, the eccentric villain.
Just like the others, Eccentric's been someone who I've been seeing gradually improving the entire time across it. Was pretty close to the finish in the last chance race, so be interesting to see as I would say a relative underdog with it, with a definite fighting chance. Be really curious to see if they can sweep up and surprise everyone.
Right. Gate number 5. I mean, what am I saying? Gate number 27, Bonnie 5. Can't make some of the numbers.
Now, I definitely got to mention Bonnie. With this, Bonnie, one of the two runners who came oh so close to the main event in a nigh 3-way tie during the last chance race. Super close, super competitive. Definitely looking for them to get out front, and I would say they're arguably the favorite for this.
Finally, gate number 28, Cake Mix.
Now, Cake is someone who I would argue is probably the most improved runner across the entire tournament. They were finished 3rd place in the last chance qualifier by a nose. It was extremely close, and they definitely were quick enough to compete with that. Across the course of the entire event, they shaved a grand total of 16 seconds off their time from the first practice session to qualifying sessions. So I'm really curious to see how much further they've improved getting into today.
Right. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what the runners out, since some of them are taking practice ups out now. Whereas camera not quite tracking, someone might be still over at the... Yeah, we still have 2 people over at the paddock, so the camera's a little bugged currently. But for the viewers who are watching, Bonnie's currently out on the practice lap now. They got a little bit, of course, too excited about the race because they got told off earlier to not do practice laps as they were out on a closed period of time. So they're one of the first ones out there as well. Some of the favorites we'll see for this race as well. Let's see, so the favorites for the Amethyst Oaks, the first favorites will be Bonnie with 38.5% of the votes. Next up will be the Eccentric Villain with 23.1% of the votes. And finally will be Cake Mix with 15.4% of the votes. Now, Async, I want to hear who's your runner to watch for this race?
I would say definitely, if you're watching just someone who you see perform, I'm definitely keeping my eye on Cake. Cake definitely had a really good last spurt during the last chance qualifier when I thought they were out of it, so it'll be really interesting to watch how they can pull together at the end of the race. Otherwise, I think Eccentric is the other person to watch. With that, they've been improving, so I expect to see them show their hand in this race too.
Right, we see Cake Mix out on their practice lap now. I think honestly, Bonnie is mine to watch. They've been really dominant as well. I mean, they had experience before. They've been running with the IURA teams and whatnot for a while. They have the experience to do it. I definitely feel like they have the heart to do it and whatnot. And I'm not saying on the bias reason. It's just more just the experience, you know. And we definitely have others who are entering that stage as well, like the Eccentric becoming a backup runner and whatnot. So more are definitely opening up to that stage, and more are definitely going to be coming across to be up there as well.
Yeah, that's very true. But you know who doesn't love a good underdog story?
Me.
Oh, you don't love a good underdog story? Okay.
No, I was lying. I'm just kidding. He was correct. He was correct. That was an ad.
We're gonna have the battle of the Haru Uraras at the front of the pack.
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to be interesting this time around.
And the only other thing I can think of with this, with what's down there, I believe each UMA represented, I believe both Bonnie and Cake will be running as Haru in this race, and then I believe Eccentric is running as Symboli Chris S. Sour Savage is running as Teo, and why am I forgetting my names? Oh, Bidu will be running, I believe it's Admire Vega. So
yeah, it's definitely, again, one of those races where it's definitely going to be, pretty, well, just packed overall, but I have to see, because as much as I know, as anyone else would know, again, towards that time now where those hopes and whatnot would actually come to place. And when that's we will start seeing all the runners start lining up in the gate now. Towards the far side, taking up gates 28 to 23. 5 runners lined up on the board. So some of the stewards are figuring out that the runners now. Buttercup Fly will be the gates master, as Blue Broke will be the station master up there as well. AC, you're for sure commenting this, right? Yep, you got that. Yep.
what am I doing? Oh, okay. It is kind of disappointing, as you mentioned earlier, to not have Minty able to make it today too, because Minty was someone who I thought would definitely be a competitive favorite. Burned out during qualifiers, and unfortunately we never really got to see their true potential from there.
Yeah, for sure. But Redemption Arc, hopefully it's not my friend.
Very true.
What if he just shows up halfway? Do we just do a race that's just him?
Well, he's going to be working until for another 2.5 hours, something like that.
We are now waiting on the starts from the stewards as the red flag is lowered. And they're off in the Amethyst Oaks. A great start from all the runners. A slow start from the back there of the Admire Vega. Seems to be Bidu Barbosa there, who had that late starts up down Blue 24. Centric seems to be moved up there as well. Cake Mix and Bonnie are moving in close as well. Centric through the outside, and then as well as Cake Mix moving in through the inside. Cake Mix with great speed up in there.
Tight as we start to come into the big long corner. Looks like I'm thinking that's Cake Mix out there with a little bit of a lead up there. But oh, did Cake burn out there? I believe Cake burnt out right there.
Cake, it seems to be losing a little bit of lead there. Bonnie and the Eccentric are still pushing up as they hit the dirt now. Cake Mix and Sour Savage still trying to keep up mid-pack, with Marcel following up right against them behind them. Eccentric and now Bonnie are in a 1-2 position as they come across the final furlong left of this race. Bonnie and the Eccentric villain pushing up. Yeah, they're getting really close now. Bonnie trying to catch up, and the Eccentric trying to push out. Bonnie pushes wide. Bonnie wins the Amethyst Oaks, followed by the Eccentric villain right behind. I'm pretty sure that was Cake Mix up in the 3rd position. We'll get a final confirmation here shortly. And the stewards. So far with the unofficial finish, it seems to be Bonnie up in that 1st position, followed by Red Eccentric of a 1-2 dueling battle there up ahead as they locked horns with each other up towards that final finish. Definitely got up there towards the end. Again, quick confirmation, of course, from stewards. Very quick confirmation. It's going to be Bonnie in 1st place, the Eccentric in 2nd, and then finally it will be Cake Mix in 3rd. that was honestly a really close finish there for the end. I'm not even gonna
A
lie.
really, really close finish right
That
there.
was-
I said Eccentric would show up right there. I wanted to see what they could do right there, and they definitely put on a show right there with a very tight finish.
That was really close. So funny, of course, taking home that win again. See what I tell you. See what I tell you. The number one favorites gaining some of their traction there in their territory and getting that win there. Centric Villain, someone who's getting up there in that spotlight as well. Nearly just taking it home for themselves. It was really close up in there, but they're off their own merits, and they did it. I mean, they're up there in that close second finish, a very close second finish. It makes after the burnouts, they were able to get up into that third position as well. We're gonna see the runners take a picture here shortly. If I could ask at least one steward or somebody to keep on a number, so that we're able to at least to see them head up there as well. Thank you, Choco. Thank you, Choco.
Stealth, I'm gonna bring you down there too for the photo too. We're taking it, son, as well as Fire. We're all gonna get together, son. We're putting organizers there too.
Right?
So we can take the picture with that. I just want, I want to be in it with them. We can have the three of us over there.
Of course.
In the side or whatnot, and then three of them up there.
I'm guessing you want them to head over to the gate, or not the gate, what am I saying, the goal? The mirror?
We'll do it over by the goal.
Sweet. If we can ask all runners and everybody who's going to be included in the picture, please head over to the mirror now. Again, all runners and everybody who's going to be included in the picture, please head over to the goal post now, the finish line. Thank you. Oh, see, I forget the goalpost isn't quite the vocabulary. That being said, we should probably head over as well. Choco, you lied to me. You picked up a number, then dropped it.
All right, yeah, let's all go over there so that we can get that picture.
And with that, we transition into now the Amethyst Grand Derby, the one for it all. As we say some of our last goodbyes to some of the Amethyst Oaks runners, as some of them are conversating and whatnot now on the track. We also look towards now the paddock of the Amethyst Grand Derby runners as well. Some of those runners out today, these are the runners who qualified with the best lap times to get out there onto the track. So they've been well enough earned their placement to be in this position in which they have. So we like to some of the runners out there who seem to be chatting, some of which are stewards or whatnot. And then we have Async, which I'm just kidding. As we look at some of our runners now up to the paddock, ultimately, that means one thing. And then Async joins. Hello, Async. Oh, me. Oh.
5. Thank you very much.
That'll be 20.99.
Oh,
Async
I'll pay.
Put it on my tab. Yep. So I think we'll start with pre-race. We'll start getting ready at about 8:33. Then we can do warm-ups at 8:35.
Okay.
Just to give a few minutes because Cairo had to do something and whatnot. So giving a few minutes for that adjustments.
Yep, very important stuff. I hate.
You hate?
I don't like Twitch.
There's a YouTube link right under it too.
No, I'm clicking on it. Chrome hasn't opened. Ugh. You know what I want to try?
Moving into a quick of a short break here for the Amethyst Grand Derby. We'll be able to start carrying on here in about 2 minutes from now. now we're out of the 2-minute break. So, well, a few of the 5-minute break here out of that as well. Now we are back here for the pre-race lineup of the Amethyst Grand Derby. This is the one to do it, folks. There's many runners to see out here today and many to which to go around. And of course, the stakes for this race a lot more higher. Again, the racers had to qualify first to be here, so it was already big enough from day one. And then next, they had to go on to this race, which now we will see who gets the ultimate prizes for this race. And which, Async, would you want to write this down? What are the prizes for this race?
Well, the prizes for this race, this was meant to be the prestigious race, again, that you had to qualify for. Everyone who's in this race had to make it here on time. We had some close competitors almost miss it, too. So the prizes that we're looking at right now, everybody will receive a cosmetic roll, again, in the Discord pre-shutdown that will be memorialized there for Grand Derby finalists. All finishers will also have their name recognized in the world in order of results on a plaque. The top 3 podium finishers will get a statue replication of a podium with their 3 UMAs, with plaques recognizing them below them. Front and center in the world, it will be a big monument type thing there. For the finishing result prizes, 3rd place runner will get, same thing, a bronze plaque in the world, and they will get 1 free avatar request. 2nd place will get 1 free avatar request, a silver plaque, and a $10 prize. And 1st place will get a gold plaque in the world, a bigger than the podium itself statue of their UMA in the world, a Grand Derby champion title both in the Discord and in the world, 1 free completely private avatar request of your choice, any toggles, anything, as long as it's safe for work, you can request it, and 2 free avatar requests as well as a $20 prize.
Oh yeah, definitely. The stakes are a lot more hard, and you're really outdoing yourself with this. So it's definitely going to be really cool to see. We'll start seeing the runners take practice laps out now, as much of the stewards are getting their stuff together. So some of the first out there, swiftly out there, Nuclear Bolt as well. We're going to go over the gates for these runners as they all start their practice laps, and many of them way eager to get out there. So Gate 2, Choco Minty.
You know, thinking about this on there, Choco came in probably as a favorite for a lot of people. Showed up, has been arguably the most consistent runner we've seen out there.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be good for them. Gate number 6, Kmart.
K has been arguably the surprise of the weekend, I'd say. I don't know if anyone can really contest that. K, no one really expected them, kind of off the radar with that. Showed up and qualified in 2nd place in the last chance qualifier by a nose with that. Really, really impressive performance, and I'm curious to see how they can do today.
Gate number 7, Kagazuchi.
Kagu almost had a moment with the qualifying times there, had a burnout during qualifiers, dropped down, led to only getting the 10th place seed in this. We'll see how the gate affects them with that, but definitely I would say there's someone to watch on their fastest lap time.
Gate number 13, Hachiro.
I would say Hachi's kind of flown under the radar for a lot of people for this race. Hachi's been very quietly consistent in holding on. Hachi hasn't topped any leaderboards, but also hasn't been at the bottom. I would say definitely the top runners push each other to burn out. Definitely Hachi's sitting right there waiting.
Gate number... Gate number 15, Necrophantasia.
My favorite.
I would say Necro, definitely. A lot of potential there. We saw a lot of fast, fairly consistent runs during qualifiers and practice.
I got it, and I forgot to put on loop. That's fine. Anyways.
Okay,
We got
it there.
Gate number 20, Nuclear Bullet.
Nuclear Bullet, again, just like a lot of the other people in this race, seasoned IURA runner, very quick, one of our top lap times in practice. Definitely got the skill to show up here, fairly decent gate placement. I'm interested to see if they can compete up at the front.
Gate number 21, Bryn.
Now, Bryn is one of the runners, just like I would say with Kay, who showed up as a relative underdog with that. Very, to be frank, off the pace during practice at the start, but has improved immensely and is showing up, and I would argue is definitely a competitor for the win in the top people.
Gate number 22, Cairo.
I mean, through the weekend, from not even the weekend, through the week, from the start to the finish, I would argue Cairo's been a lot of people's favorites on their radar. I mean, for good reason, too. Showed up with a blistering qualifying lap that threw everyone off guard. I would say they're arguably the favorite by far.
Gate number 23, Paibo.
Paibo is who I would say the dark horse kind of is for this one here. You know, we saw qualifying laps with pretty much everyone relatively close. Then before Cairo, Paibo showed up and just like Cairo did at the end, kind of blew the rest of the times out of the water. Massive improvement across the course of this. I would love to see if they can get up and compete with Cairo.
Gate number 24, Kwaifu.
Kawhi got right in on the last time for qualifiers, has been steadily teetering the edge. I don't think they have too much experience with running themselves, mainly being in a manager position. So I would say they've been very consistent and impressive with that, and I think they'll be up there as a competitor.
And finally, gate number 25, Ocean the Man.
Ocean definitely, again, seasoned IURA runner, really quick runs, beat me when I was running there. I think they're definitely, with qualifying times, a relative underdog out there, but I think they absolutely have the skills and speed to compete and possibly win it, especially from the best gate.
And that will conclude the paddock, as well as more just the runners who are running out today. Your favorites for the Amethyst Grand Derby go as followed. And the number one favorite spots will be Cairo with 61.5% of the votes. Right behind Cairo will be second favorite, which will be Choco Minty with 23.1% of the votes. And the third favorite will be Paibo with 15.4% of the votes. It's more definitely favoritism for Cairo. Who's your runner to watch for this race?
Definitely. I would say with that, as I said in there, I'm keeping an eye on Paibo throughout the race. Paibo's been practicing a lot, really improving, and I think they definitely have the speed to compete with Cairo up there.
I think, personally for me, when it comes to runner to watch, I would have to say Negra Fantasia or Hawaii. And I only say that it's because they put in lots of effort in what they do. They look for perfection, and when they do, it genuinely could work. It genuinely finds its way to work. And doesn't like it flies under the radar and it doesn't work and they burn out. Like, when they're able to find that perfect moment, that perfect speed, the perfect spurt, and all goes well for them, and they're able to really get out there often. Much of the runners are sent by the gates now. The perfect timing. It is 41 past the hour. With much of these runners here eager with what's to come. 1,600 meters like usual on turf. And we'll definitely see who comes out on the top here. As the runners now load up and all the gates, we'll start seeing much of them all scattered around from the gate picks I was drawn today in a deal or no deal style. From Async's idea only.
Hey, it was pretty fun.
As we like too much of the runners who are heading over to their spots now. Buttercup Fly seems to be the game master once again, with a Blue Broke as the station master as well. some reason they both seem to be doing checks, which is kind of funny. I think they're just checking for numbers. As Butter Can Fly will start running their checks through all the runners now. A field of how much runners are in this one?
We got 11 runners out here, and I gotta say, I think my favorite thing about it is any one of them can win it. It's such a tight field. I think anyone is a competitor for it.
It's definitely going to be really interesting to see, especially with like you said, 12 runner, not 12, 11, right? Yeah, 11 runners all on there. It's definitely going to be quite a tight field, I would want to say, unless if mistakes happen. But apart from that, the gate checks have been done, and they're ready to start for the Amethyst Grand Derby held here at Santa Anita Park. As now we're waiting on the start. And the rough and the Amethyst Grand Derby. A great start from all the runners. A lightning quick start from the Orange 21 of seems to be Cairo up in there. Pybo up in there with a great lead as well. Necrophantasia trying to push up there with Kmart and Choco off to the side. Twin Turbo as now they come towards the false corner. The red 22 is still pushing up quiet, sitting right behind towards the pack there with Choco as well.
Coming into the main corner, looks like pretty tightly knit between Cairo and Bryn up there. Both the Scots running up there. You got Kagu coming in right behind, and Nuclear. I mean, they're all so tightly knit right now.
Hachiro is following in the back of the pack, trying to catch up some speed here. Cairo is gaining up ahead to get away from Bryn, trying to run away. Bryn is trying to catch up onto his tail now. Necrophantasia and Kagu are trying to keep up with them as well. They're really close as Bryn and Cairo here up in there as well. Pybo is now answering the call as well as he comes up to them as well. Cairo will still be trying to hold the lead with Bryn falling right behind. Necrophantasia trying to find an answer with Ocean the Man coming up ahead. Bryn falls up the lead and tries to catch up, but it will be Cairo who wins the Amethyst Grand Derby, and followed right behind will be Bryn in a close second with the perfectly timed spurt coming up by about 2 lengths off the finish line.
Wow. What an electric finish right there. I didn't even notice who came third there because that was such a good last spurt. Really, really strong last spurt from Cairo right there to pull up ahead.
After review from the stewards of a pretty tight pack and a close finish, a decision has finally been called, and we're able to tell you guys who has won this race and ultimately the top 3 finishers of this race overall. In fact, I'll just name all of them for you. Coming in first place, it will be not one, the only, Pyro in first place, followed right behind in second place will be Bryn. Next in third place will be Kaguzuchi. And fourth place will be Nuclear Bullet. And fifth place would be Necrophantasia. Next in sixth place will be Ocean the Man. Next in seventh place will be Choco Minty. Next in eighth place will be Kawaii. Next in ninth place will be K. Next in 10th place will be Hachi. And then finally, in the back marker as the 11th place, Pybo. A hell of a race and a great finish from all the runners. It just got really close up in there. And the pack was pretty tight. It was only like 2 lengths worth of like tightness there. I mean, it's not like everyone like was super far apart. It was really close up until the end.
Yeah, I'd say there wasn't any like specific back markers at the back of the pack. Everyone was going back and forth close. I mean, you had parts where Necro showed up in third. You know, you thought Bryn might have a shot going down the front stretch there. Nuke showing up. It was just back and forth the entire time.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely something. But a great race had by all, and definitely the victory is earned by Cairo. As the red 22, and coming up there with just the orange 21 of Bryn, who just came out just by a hair there, and not so far behind as Kaguzuchi pulled up wide, and Kaguzuchi was able to finish there third. But definitely we'll have enough of finish from those runners. What do you think, Gazing? How do you think this turned out so far?
Well, I would say, realistically, I think that was an amazing race. Super close, super tight. Obviously, we had our favorites, but I wasn't really sure who was going to win it right up until the end. I think it came down to timing the last spurt that Cairo did a really good job of, and I think just managing stamina all the way around.
Yeah, it was definitely something, and for them just to pull out there just to the final corner and able to bring it all the way home, and just that type of style of finish is just great to see from those runners. Definitely great to see from every runner just possible who showed up today, especially for all the Amethyst Oaks runners.
Yeah, you know, I'd love to see it. I know a lot of runners here, just about every one of them are current IURA runners, but, you know, I would love to keep seeing pretty much everyone who ran here keep running, because I think pretty much everyone who ran today can be competitive.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Everyone, I mean, of course, we have some people who aren't even on teams that got up towards pretty much the finish. Like Bryn was able to battle out there right until the end in a flip-flop order. Kaguzuchi followed right behind. Then we have some of the other pack of runners as well that came in there, like Waifu, some of them as well, like Pybo and stuff, who were able to come through towards the end as well. All of them had a great finish all the way towards outs, and they all held it up great.
Super fun and impressive run. I would say that's the most part, is it was fun to watch.
No, definitely from up here in the box, I was definitely on my toes towards the end there. I was honestly waiting for someone just in the front of the pack to burn out, so...
That's what I fully thought.
That could happen. Yeah.
I fully expected someone to burn out there towards the end. Everyone seemed like they were pushing it right on the fine line.
Yeah, no, it was definitely right up there as well, and right up that alley. They came up and went, so, I mean, really nice to see from those runners in particular, and glad to see those runners were able to pull it out there. But it was just quite the finish, I do gotta say. I mean, it's just, yeah, I mean, okay, like, honestly, I can't really sugarcoat it that much. Yeah, it was a race, and they definitely had it well.
Very, very impressive.
Oh, honestly, I don't have have much more to say.
I don't have anything more to say beyond it's about to be picture time again.
Yes, sir. If we could have everyone who competed, your stewards and event organizers, all runners, event organizers, and stewards, please head over to the finish line so we can take the group picture. Again, we want all racers and all organizers and all stewards, please head over to the finish line for the group picture. Thank you.